ilginçlik de oluştu burada. Evet. Şimdi konuşmacılarımızı tanıttıktan sonra müsaadenizle ben genelde Türkçe konuşacağım. Herkes istediği gibi konuşmakta serbesttir. Bay Simmler, önce sizin düşüncenize göre bir şirketin inovasyon kapasitesi aile şirketlerinin kendine özgü özelliklerinden nasıl etkilenir? Bu konuda bize bir şeyler söyleyebilirseniz.
Yeah, well, oops, sorry. There are many points we think, but I would say the main keys are kind of dedication to the organization of the family members. So they are very dedicated to the organization, and they want to go forward. And this is also a part of the vision. This is the case in our company. The part of the vision we have, which is very important for us. We are doing water-based adhesives, and those water-based adhesives, there is a big potential in those water-based adhesives, and we are looking for kind of special products or special applications. And our vision is to solve those problems which come from our customers. And there we have, in the meantime, we have a large knowledge of development power, and we want to go forward in this. And the vision was created by our family members, especially our father, where he was trying to substitute solvent-based products with a water-based product. These two things are important. Then the other thing is education as well. It's very important for us to educate our people as well as our family members we have in our company. So in the meantime, we are, as you mentioned before, my sister, who is in the audience here as well, and her kids, and one of my sons is in the company as well. And we want to make sure that they have the right education to go forward with our company as well.
You have a third generation in the company as well today. Third generation also working in the company.
Already working in the company as well, yes.
Okay. Cem Bey, Türkiye'ye özgü olarak baktığımızda, aile şirketlerinin özellikleri yönüyle baktığımızda, siz ne düşünüyorsunuz bu konuda?
Yeah, as far as innovation concerned, I believe it's a very energy intensive process. So we need an energy source. And when we look at family businesses, every time a new generation comes out of age and decides to join the family business, they bring in a lot of energy because they want to be successful. They have the courage to try new things, and they are free from learn bad experiences. And if you combine these three things together, you have a tremendous amount of energy. And on the other side, you have the ruling generation, and they have a lot of management skills, a lot of tolerance, a lot of know-how. And if you combine these ruling generation with the new generation skills, then you have a innovation chamber, let's say. And to be successful in this process, I believe also there is one more thing very much needed, and that would be the emotional self-mastering. Because if you are a family all together and you have a lot of emotions involved, and to utilize these good things, emotional self-mastering is another key. And the best way to increase the success rate of innovation processes would be the harmony of all these things, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So, if I understand correctly from what you are saying, the older generation, the previous generation, is taking care of the business as usual, while the younger generation is has been taxed with doing the innovations or doing the new things and opening the eyes of the company in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be very correct to say. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Şelale Hanım, öncelikle sizi bir tebrik etmek lazım bence bu vesileyle. Sizin şirketlerinizden İnci Akü geçen hafta bir inovasyon ödülü aldı. Bir Şelale Hanım'a bir ufak bir alkış verin isterseniz. Evet, önemli bir ödül aldılar. Aslında baktığımda ben bu sonuç, ya aile şirketleri inovatif olabilir mi sorusunun bir anlamda da yanıtı oluyor. Demek olabilirmiş gibi ödül alınmış burada, değil mi? Şimdi başka bir şeye biraz girmek istiyorum. Bildiğiniz gibi Panelists diye bir kavram var. Yani ailesellik Türkçesinde diyebileceğimiz. Bu kavram ailenin şirket yönetiminin ne derece içinde olduğunun bir ölçüsü. Sizce ailesellik aile şirketlerinin inovatif olmasında ne derece önemli bir kavram? Biraz bundan bahsedebilirseniz sevinirim.
Of course, thank you for the kind words. I would actually like to start by talking about İnci Akü, which is 100% owned by my family, and it's a 30-year-old company. It is actually, the CEO is a third generation member of the family, and they were elected the first place in the culture and organization of innovation by the Turkish Trade Assembly. I think so. That was a really important award for us because it's like a 30-year-old company which is run by a third generation. So that indeed answers the question about can family businesses innovate, because there were about 500 firms competing in this competition. As to the familiness, I think the best thing to look at first is like how the family business originates. It's usually a first generation, like one or two first generation entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurship by definition, and I will read one definition, is relentless pursuit of opportunity without regard to tangible resources currently controlled, a process that ranges from opportunity identification to business harvesting. So when you look at the definition of entrepreneurship, which is at the heart of almost every family business, it is closely linked to innovation, which might mean a new process, a new thing. So for that reason, I think the entrepreneurship is embedded in the heart of the family businesses, and the innovation should be embedded. So that's the first thing that matters in terms of familiness of the family businesses. And the second one is, some of the speakers mentioned this morning, is that the long-term view of the family. Mm-hmm. And at first, this long-term view might seem counterintuitive to innovation, because you might think innovation needs faster response times, you really need a short-term view, so you need to move fast. But not all innovation has to be fast or rapid. Families, the long-term view of the family and their incentive to drive value in the long term, because most families are also in businesses that are quite stable compared to like a tech startup, they have to extract the value. And for that, they have the time to undertake different types of innovation and innovate in the long term. So in a way, that brings a different perspective to innovation for families. So, and the third thing about the family's aspect, and I think it's the most important aspect, is the employee identification with the company. And family businesses can use this both ways, basically. They can do it so much that the family is so important that no employee feels like a part of the company, but they can do it so well that the employees actually identify with the family and the company, and they're bringing more than like what they would put on the table usually. And in the morning, one of the panelists said like the employees are not really a source of innovation, but I kind of disagree with that, because the employees will be bringing the things that to innovate. They will be going to these fairs, or they will be reading these articles. They will be generating ideas, and if they're provided with the right medium and the right systems, they will outperform and provide innovation, and that is what has been happening in our firms. And one thing about that is there are actually two approaches to employees that are coming from innovation coming from employees, or empowerment. One of them is like the employee comes up with an idea, and the manager or like the family is like, okay, this is your idea, you go around with it, and they don't provide any support. That is wrong. But at the other hand, sometimes the employee comes up with an idea, the family takes it, and they try to do everything their way and do not allow the employee to do anything on their own. So the systems and the behavior is really important in this case.
Okay.